Geriatric trauma and supportive care were two small units that recently merged into one 29-bed unit. It was decided to merge the units to better utilize staffing, resources, and budgets. On geriatric trauma, we care for geriatric patients that have had some type of trauma, usually a fall. Our goal is to get them well and stable enough to go home as soon as possible.
My granddad was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease when I was about 12 years old. The disease progressed gradually over a 10-year span. He eventually had to be placed in a nursing home. He was there for a couple of years before passing away. Growing up and watching him decline and wanting to be there for him and help him was when I first felt the calling to be a nurse. The geriatric trauma unit, it's changed the way we can look at elderly people, I feel like. 10 years ago, someone with a broken hip, a lot of people would have thought that's a death sentence. And now, most of these people can leave and go to rehab and get to go home. The older generation today has a long life to live. 90 is not old anymore. I mean, we have lots of patients that come between the ages of 90 and 100 that still have active lifestyles. And letting them get better and be able to go out and continue being that same active person is a very rewarding feeling.
We also care for palliative care patients. We strive to improve the quality of life for patients while facing the problems associated with life-threatening illnesses.
I was drawn to supportive care because in 1997, my sister was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer. She died at the age of 21, and so I feel like I have the family's perspective of death and what that's like, because you're going through all the stages of grief at one time. It's a very emotionally trying job because families they don't understand what's going on and they're in shock. And they really are very needy. You're taking care of the patient, their pain level, their comfort, breathing, and different things, but really, at this point, a lot of times it's about the family members. And because they're watching the final hours of their loved one's life, and you need to help them through it. Whenever I'm working, I try to put myself in the patient's family's shoes because I was there at one time. And every patient is my sister, and every patient's family is me and my family. And so I try my hardest to give them emotional support and to try to listen without judgment. But I don't mind it because I know what they're going through. No one on this earth knows who my sister is, but I spent 21 years with her, and so she was important. She was important to me. And so by me caring for patients and giving them the level of care I would have wanted my sister to have, I am honoring her and her memory. It's been a blessing to be able to merge both the units and to just learn a different aspect of nursing.
We just want to be there for each other. Your whole unit works better if you're a cohesive team and family.
On geriatric trauma and supportive care, our why is to make a meaningful impact on geriatric trauma and palliative care patients by maintaining their dignity and quality of life.